Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna be doing a full face of makeup that I completely forgot about. As I was going through my makeup collection and picking out all these products, I was like, why did I forget about this? I am guilty of constantly using the same makeup majority of the time because it's truly my favorite. So I am very excited to revisit some of these products because I have a feeling that a lot of these products are gonna end up back in my everyday makeup drawer. So without further ado, grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into the video. I've already done my skin prep and everything, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with primers. I pulled out this primer right here from Rare Beauty. This is the Pore Diffusing Primer, and it has been so long since I used this primer. This is basically a pore smoothing primer. It's supposed to smooth out the skin and kind of add like a subtle blur, and it actually is a really nice primer. I don't really feel like I see a lot of people talking about this primer anymore, but it is a nice primer and it does what it needs to do. And it's actually really nice. I don't really feel like this primer is super revolutionary, but it is a nice primer and my skin definitely does feel smooth. I'm just gonna add a little color corrector. I did not forget about this, but I just need a little color corrector on before we go into foundation. I actually had quite a few foundations I wanted to pull out, but I saw this one and I was like, I wanna use this foundation. And it is the Rare Beauty foundation. I remember when this first came out, I am one of the people who really loved this foundation. And I'm actually so shook because I don't hear people talking about this foundation anymore since it came out. Yes, this is a thicker foundation and it is very matte. So I can see why, with the times, why a lot of people aren't really gravitating to this one. But if you're looking for a good, full glam matte foundation, this one is absolutely perfect. The shade that I have is Deep 5NG. I do remember every time I used this foundation, I loved how it looks. And even now I'm like, wow, I just might pull this one out for the fall because I love to go more matte for the fall and the winter. And this one is looking so good, and I love the coverage of this. This is truly my favorite product from Rare Beauty though, I will say, because look at how good this looks on the skin. Like, that looks so good. Wow, this is definitely one of those products going back into the rotation. Next up is bronzer and contour. So I have these two right here. We have the ColourPop Bronze Stick, which I think is so good. I love this one. I have mine in the shade Manhattan Beach. And then I also have the NARS Laguna Bronzing Cream. Now I know for a fact why I stopped using this because they call this a bronzer, but it's more of a contour shade for me. I don't feel like the shades are warm enough for it to be a bronzer, at least for deeper complexions. I'm not sure if this is the deepest shade. I don't think this is the deepest shade, but they do pull very contoury rather than bronzy. This is very pigmented and I completely forgot. I'll just use my Blinged brushes brush. Y'all, I have not seen anything from Blinged brushes like in a couple of months. I don't even know if they're still a brand anymore, but I hope that they come back. They haven't posted, I think, since this launch, or was it the purple brushes? I can't remember, but I haven't seen Blinged brushes post anything. And I love their brushes so much. They are very pricey, but the quality on these brushes is so good. It just makes me very sad. Like I said, this NARS bronzer is more contoury, so I really don't contour very often. I'd rather just reach for a bronzer and call it a day. It's still a really nice product. The ColourPop stick, I really like this. I just feel like there's other cream bronzers I'm reaching for over this one, but I do know this is a very good one. Formula blends very easy. I just wish that the shade range was a little bit better. Definitely feel like ColourPop can do a lot better with the shade range, but this is a really nice, affordable bronze. As you can see, it is bronzing up the skin and getting the job done. The next products I pulled out, I'm actually kind of shook at myself. I am gonna do a little bit of cream blush before I do concealer. So I did pull out a cream blush and a powder blush. So for cream blush, I pulled out these from Persona Cosmetics. I used to love these blushes. Wow, and it's so crazy because I do have so many blushes in my collection, and as new blushes come out, they get replaced with other products. The blush formulas are just getting better and better, and I'm just loving all of them. I think today I want to go in with Jam. This color is so pretty. So I'm just gonna take some of Jam and then place this here. And then we'll go in with concealer after I do the blush. But look at how pretty this blush formula is and how it just melts into the skin. Like, the skin is looking real good right now. Really good. I'm actually very shook. I don't remember this blush being this glassy though. For concealer, I pulled out two. Concealer is just one of those things where I will not replace it for a very long time. Like, I will stick with the same concealer every time I do my makeup and just neglect the rest. I pulled out this one from LYS. Y'all, I remember when I got this, I was so excited about it, and I do remember really liking this concealer. It's just this concealer is more of an everyday concealer. The shade that I have is more of an everyday shade. It's thinner too in texture, so that is nice. So you can easily spread this all on the face. The other concealer I pulled out was this one from Makeup by Mario. Like I said, once I get a new concealer and I love it, that's literally the only concealer that I want to reach for and that I'm using. And I do also remember really liking this one. I just forgot that Makeup by Mario even came out with a concealer. I also feel like it doesn't help that not that many people are even talking about it anymore. So yeah, that is also something to note. I'm gonna be going on vacation soon, and I'm definitely thinking I might take this one because I'm remembering how good this formula is and how it just melts into the skin. That looks so nice and juicy. That looks so good. I'm gonna take some of the Makeup by Mario concealer right here for a little bit of brightness. So we are looking very glowy, but the skin still looks very good. Now for setting powder, I pulled out my Dominique Cosmetics setting powder. I used to love this powder, and I completely forgot now that my Makeup Forever HD Skin has came into my life. This powder is so good. Like, Dominique Cosmetics killed it with this powder, okay? They very much killed it. Just gonna use the shade Translucent to set everything. I'm literally just gonna set my entire face with this powder. We have a problem. So I just set my face and it's so patchy around the mouth. I don't know what happened here. So I'm just going over it with more foundation. It was a little patchy. And I don't know why. I really don't know why it was patchy around the mouth. Now that I've set my face, it doesn't look the best. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna use a sponge to blend out this LYS concealer. I want to use this right here from Alamar Cosmetics. Who remembers this complexion trio? This little thing right here really took over the internet. Truly. I remember when this came out. I think I got mine in a BoxyCharm. Y'all, this, oh, I was so excited about this. I also have the blush trio too, but oh, do I want to use the blush trio? They still sell this, by the way. Try to make sure to pull products that you can still get if you're liking what you see. That blush though, I'm not really loving how the blush is making everything look. I don't feel like I look the best. That blush is like not like I remember it looking. Pulled this out from Give. This is the blush duo. I'm gonna use the shade Crush on You. This right here is too good. Very good. When I was going through my blush drawer, I was like, hold up. Why have I stopped using this? And did this come out this year? I can't remember. I feel like we've had so many releases. I can't remember when things came out. I'm just gonna use the matte powder. So pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. I don't know what's going on with Give, but I know their products have been heavily discounted at Sephora, and I'm like, what's going on? What is happening, Give? This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. So I'm going to use this to kind of help melt all those powders together so I don't look super powdery. Oh, that feels very good and smells very good too. Let's move into the eyes. Now, I was like, what do I want to do for the eyes? And I ended up going with this Melt palette right here. This is the Gemini 2 palette. And this thing is gorgeous. So beautiful. Wow. I have not used this in like maybe 2 years. I feel like I haven't used this since it came out. When it came out, I used this very heavily. Let's start off with Lovesick. I'm gonna do something really simple today. I do love me some Melt shadows. I feel like lately their palettes have been very, very good. I don't know if I want to keep this look all matte. I might not keep it all matte. Wow, this is such a pretty fall palette too. Also, we're in August now, which means low-key it is fall. I don't care what nobody says, it is fall. I am about to pull out all the fall looks. All the fall makeup looks are about to pop out. Fall is my favorite time of year. It's also my favorite type of makeup too. So I just feel like the fall time, I pull out like the best looks, truly. I'm gonna take some of this shade called Sweetheart, and I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner. I actually wanna go a little lighter. So I'm gonna also take some of Ladylike in the inner. Oh yeah, Ladylike is what I wanted. I feel like this palette is giving me Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance vibes. It has the perfect gradient of shades. I'm gonna just do the same thing on the lower lash. I'm just gonna start off with that deeper shade that I had. This palette only has 2 shimmers, so I think I might leave it matte. Give Beauty Mascara. Definitely did not love this mascara when I first tried it. A lot of it has to do with this wand. It's a very interesting kind of wand. Eye is killing me. My eye does not have to be that dramatic. It really doesn't. And I keep putting eye drops in my eye. I've had really bad allergies since I finished filming on a particular show that I just worked on. And we were outside a lot of the time, like majority of the time, maybe like 95% of the time we were outside. Actually, no, like 98% of the time, honestly. So my eye has been killing me. It's been running and it's messing up my makeup. So please bear with me, y'all. I know it looks a hot mess. Ooh, this actually, wait a second. Hold on. Why is this looking very good? I have gone in with like 3 layers of this mascara. Wait a second now. This mascara is actually looking really good. Okay, my watery eye has just about ruined my makeup. I'm gonna try to hurry up and finish this video. So for liners, I pulled out my ColourPop cream gel liners. I have so many of them, and I remember how obsessed I used to be with these liners. Then I started using the NYX Epic Wear and the Made by Mitchell, and I never looked back and just completely forgot about these. I'm gonna use the black one if my eye lets me. My eye barely let me use that, but I will say after using it, I still think I prefer the NYX Epic Wear formula over this one at the drugstore. I feel like you have to go over it a lot to get the pigment to show up, whereas when I use my NYX one, it's like a 1 swipe pigment and I'm good to go. This, you have to kind of like get pigment and run it through your eye a couple of times. For highlighter, I pulled out this one from ABH. This is the Iced Out highlighter. I wish that ABH would just come out with a whole highlighter range in this formula, because this formula is really good. The only reason why I don't reach for it often is it has a very heavy gold color. Like, it just doesn't go with a lot of looks, so I never want to reach for it. Even now, it just really does not go with this look. Lip liner, I pulled out this one from Juvia's Place in the shade Cola. Oh my gosh, this is unlocking so many memories. For lips, I pulled out this lip oil gloss from Say in the shade Dip. It's a very pretty and glossy formula. It just doesn't have the best smell. It also could be that mine is like kind of old. Lastly, to finish off this look, I pulled out the Benefit Professional Super Setter. Haven't used this in truly forever. I just feel like the mist on here, you have to put it super close to actually feel anything. So that's one of the reasons why I never wanted to reach for it, because I just felt like it really wasn't doing anything for me. My eye is basically telling me, you need to wrap this video up. I literally just tried to fix it and I feel like I made it worse, and now it's running even more. But today's video was fun. It was a little bit of a roller coaster. I'm actually really glad that I filmed this because I was able to see why I forgot about certain products, and now I'm like, some of these products need to go back into my everyday makeup drawer, and some of the products need to be revisited for a declutter soon. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys.